Eastern Kentucky University. You are watching WBON TV's presentation of the 44th District Girls Softball Championship. Due to technical difficulties, we're joining the game in progress. It is the top of the third inning. Lady Indians of Madison Central on top 4-0, primarily due to 2 errors. And there's the third error on that throw from the Eagles.
Batting left fielder number 4, Kaylee Rice.
Both teams playing their ace pitchers. Kate Drury for Central, and then Kaylee Goss for Southern. Two teams familiar with each other, long-term rivals. Another single up the middle advances the base runner. 1 out in the top of the third for the Lady Indians. Game update is in the first inning, they scored, the Lady Indians did, off an error. In the second inning, it was Riel Parks with the triple, and then another error brings in the scores. Not all those unearned, but definitely at least 2 unearned. Half of those in this contest have put the Lady Indians on top in this championship game as we find out who's going to be the queen of the diamond in Madison County. Beautiful evening. First pitch, it was 67 degrees. The wind, it was blowing strong out of left field. That has died down now. It was up to about 15-mile-per-hour wind gust, and we saw some balls hit fairly deep. None went over the fence, though, but now the wind is calm on this beautiful evening in the heart of the Commonwealth, Richmond, Kentucky. Delivery, that's going to drop in, and that could score. No, they go to the first baseman, hold the base runners, full house now. Bases loaded for the Lady Indians. They come in with a 19-5 schedule. Of course, so many rainouts this year. Just my estimation without looking at it officially, I'd say they've had 12 rainouts at least this season.
Right fielder number 15, Lexi McIntosh.
Lexi McIntosh, she singled at her first at bat. If she does so here, it's going to extend that lead for the Tribe. My name is JT Elliott. I appreciate you joining me this evening for this championship contest. Of course, the Lady Indians are your defending champions. Defeated Southern last year by a score of 3-0. Central last year led by standout Cassidy Hack, who is in the stands tonight. Madison Central has brought a very good crowd. There's a single, going to get the runner at home, and the error, the next error. That is the 4th error of the night. Scores the base runner. Another unearned run. That should have been a double play.
Now batting for the Lady Indians, shortstop number 6, Riel Parks.
Riel Parks, she lined out in the first. She tripled in the second. The crowd very happy for the Tribe. A little somber for the Eagles right now. Ball goes in the dirt. Not sure if you call that one an error or not, but definitely was not the best execution from Madison Central, or Madison Southern. It is a 6-0 lead here at the top of the third inning. Big crowd on hand for both, especially from the Tribe. The Tribe has really come out. I see teacher Kristen Congleton. I see nurse's assistant Carrie Hall. I see teacher of the gifted and talented Angie Hadrick. I see Nathan Hack, longtime supporter of the Tribe. So a big crowd for Central. And that will end the inning with the ground out. But the damage is done. Off of 2 more errors, the lead is extended to 6-0. Southern has not batted through their order yet. They have only had 7 players bat in the 2 innings. Only 1 single, 3 strikeouts. For Central, they have done fairly well, but it's been the errors. 4 errors on Southern's part have been the issue. But Central has also struck out 3. That's the same for Southern. They've had 3 that they have sitting back to the plate or back to the dugout on strikeouts. Last year, again, Central won 3-0. In 2023, it was a barn burner that went into 8 innings. Central pulled that one out. 2022, Central won again, but that time against Model, who was the runner-up. It was 2021 was the last time Madison Southern won the county's 44th district championship. In the post-COVID era. Again, we thank you for joining us tonight on WBON. My name is JT Elliott. Happy to be alongside you to support the student athletes here in Madison County. Southern got here by defeating Berea 16-0, and Central advanced, defeating Model 10-3 the other evening. This game was supposed to be played last night, but of course, as you know, the torrential rain that we have had caused the delay. We're thankful for a beautiful night. Wind is picking up, blowing out of left field again. Jenna Moore leading off for the Lady Eagles, and they have to get things going here. They cannot delay this any longer. They have to cut into that lead and stop the bleeding, so to speak. The delivery right back to the pitcher. That's going to be 1 down. Maddie Tyree, the designated player, should be up next for.
Now batting for the Lady Eagles, number 25, Maddie Tyree.
She is the designated player. Cadence Muncie is the left fielder that is the flex player for Southern. Kate Drury on the mound has 3 Ks so far for Madison Central. Pop back into the crowd on top of the press box and off. Steps back into the batter's box. Drury on the mound. The delivery. Now 1-2 count on Tyree. It'll be the top of the order. Estep. Ashlyn Estep will be up next. 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd. 6-0. Indians on top of the Eagles. 44th District Championship live from the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. Beautiful Gertrude Hood Field. EKU, of course, had a very good season this year, winning their division. EKU softball, also the last original OVC champion. I'd say everything has changed now with alignments and changing conferences. Their last year in the OVC, and they were one of the original schools. win that championship. That was with Zoe Mahalis, Carly Robinson, Molly Pollock. We're talking about the high school players tonight, and that is the 4th strikeout for Kate Drury. Ashlyn Eastep, the lefty.
Up to bat, center fielder, number 21, Ashlyn Eastep.
She's got to get something going. A ground out and a strikeout at the bottom of the order. She leads off the top of the order. She takes the first pitch, puts some power on it, but that one does not stay fair. Lady Eagles come in with a 15-12 record. They're only 2-5 in the month of May. Eastep is their best hitter. She's not a power hitter, but she hits over 500, which is phenomenal, no matter what classification you are in. Middle school, high school, little league, does not matter. Over half the time, she gets on base. And that is definitely what Madison Southern needs now. They've only had one hit in this contest. Low and away. Wind still blowing out. It died down there at the top of the inning, but it is blowing out to left field. Two now as she watches that one go by across the plate. Ashlyn again, a .533 hitter. And she's going to increase that statistic with the second hit of the night for the Lady Eagles with the single. Lee Kirk's up next. She struck out the first time.
Now batting shortstop, number 23, Lily Kirk.
She is a .309 hitter, just a freshman. We will be calling her name much more over the next few years. Eastep on the run. And error on the throw gets her to third. That is the second error for the Lady Indians. Four, I should say, for Madison Southern. And that's the way you have to play. You have to be aggressive in these championship games, especially when you're trailing early by such a large amount. Be aggressive. Softball is a game where just a few hits, things can change up really quick. 2 to 3 runs can add up really fast. Straight down the middle on that one. She not going to get a much better look than that, but she did not pull the trigger with the bat. Watched it go by. Lily Kirk, the shortstop. Takes it, but the ground out, leaving the base runner on. It is 6-0 contest at the end of 3. Now, if you're Madison Southern, you cannot afford any more runs. Absolutely zero. If you're Madison Central, you're looking to put this thing away as soon as possible. But that is why they play the game. Things can change so quickly with just a few plays, a few at-bats. As we head to the top of the fourth, the Tribe leads 6-0 over Madison Southern. As we look at these teams, Madison Southern, even though they have not played the best ball in May, 2-5 in May, including that win Monday against Berea, they defeated in April. They defeated a very good Corbin team 5-4 on the road, and also on the road they defeated a good George Rogers Clark team 13-12. It's the opposite for the Tribe. They have gone 5-2 in May. Now, in April, they defeated a couple of good Lexington schools in Lafayette and Frederick Douglass. And here we go, folks. Molly Neely playing second base. She's singled and she's doubled. One of those, she advanced on air as well. So 2 for 2 for Neely. Can she keep it going? And the call, waiting on the call, it is a fair ball. From my point of view, it looked foul, but I am not on the field, ladies and gentlemen, so whatever the officials say, that's the gospel. And they are going to call it foul. I believe the head umpire made the overruling call on that, which I have to agree with, like it or not. Takes away what could have possibly been a triple. Pitch gets away from Goss on that one. And she is their ace for the Lady Eagles. She's 8-6 with 1 save. She has an ERA of 3.53. She's pitched in 18 contests. Neely grounds out. One down so far. Devin Stewart is up. The DP, designated player. Riley Harris, the first baseman, is the flex player. Devin Stewart, 369 hitter for the sophomore. She does lead the team in home runs. She's only hit 3, though. This is a team that has a good hitting percentage. Not a lot of dingers, though. Whereas Southern have a couple of players that can rock the ball out of the park. Wind still blowing out left field. Delivers high and outside. Madison Central is the away team on the scoreboard, wearing the blue with red hats, red stockings. Madison Southern, the home team, in the navy blue with orange lettering. And there is a flyout. Can Southern get out of this inning without any damage? Well, they have Brooklyn Gilbo, who's a 370 hitter and has 1 home run. Another very good hitter. Obviously, she's in the cleanup spot, as you would expect. Southern trying to get out of this inning, trying to turn the tides, the second part of this contest. Again, we certainly appreciate you joining us this evening on WBON TV. We also have the baseball game of the 44th District Championship on Facebook. We have you covered on YouTube tonight. Southern and Central in the baseball championship on both diamonds this evening. Gilbo steps back in the batter's box. They've got the ball situation straightened out. And Kaylee Goss looks for the signal. What to deliver here. The delivery. It was high. Got her swinging, but she fouls it away. Stay alive. 2-2. Top of the fourth. Central 6. Southern 0. 44th District Championship from the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. She reaches and fouls that one out and away. That's 2 balls that she has that have not been in the strike zone that she has swung at. So it does appear that you can get Gilbo chasing one, which would not surprise me. I would not put another one in the strike zone. I'd see if she would chase it. The delivery. Fouls the next one out. Staying alive. Keeps chipping away. Who's going to win the battle between Gilbo and Goss? The delivery. Changed it up a little bit slower. Got her swinging on the high ball, though, but she makes contact, fouls it away. Really good battle going on between these two. Thank you for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, watching this softball action, this championship game. Try to get her to chase that one. That time she was patient. Goss with the pitch. Will it drop? No. And Southern comes to life. They get out of that inning with no damage. The first time tonight, 3 up, 3 down for Madison Central. We go to the bottom of the fourth. And we have some power coming up for the Lady Eagles. They'll be batting at least 3, 4, and 5 in that order. Keener, who has 10 dingers. That's what they need to get going. They need her to make contact. Followed by Ebert. And then Wilson, the catcher, the first baseman, and the second baseman. This will all be their second at bat. But Lexi Keener, the catcher, will lead off. She hits .489. She has 10 home runs. Ebert has 3 home runs and hits .417. Allie Wilson has 1 home run, but she only hits .247. So you really need Keener and Ebert both to get on base. They don't have to hit it out of the park, but they need to get on base and make contact here. And then hopefully the Eagles can drive in some runs to cut into the lead. They seem to have settled down now.
Leading off for the Lady Eagles, catcher number 17, Lexi Keener.
Lexi Keener. Remember, 10 home runs. First pitch, she takes it. High pop up. Not how you wanted to start the inning if you are Southern. Officials changing out the balls now, getting some fresh ones in play. Yeah, I appreciate that. Officials have done a good job tonight. Kat Ebert is up now. She plays first base. She popped out in the second inning. Showing bunt. Hugged the plate tightly. That did cross the plate for the first strike. Keener popped up Ebert. Ebert really needs to get on base if you're Southern. Good line drive. Does she have the speed? Cannot get to second, but that's okay. Very hard hit single. Allie Wilson up next. She had a single earlier, actually advanced to second after the single due to an error.
Now batting second baseman number 14, Allie Wilson.
Only a 247 hitter, but she's got to come through now if you are an Eagles fan. First one catches the outside of the plate. 0-1 count. Wilson is a freshman. One thing that she does, she's very patient, though. She has 10 walks on the year. Obviously, those aren't intentional for a 247 hitter, so she is very patient at the plate. Good hit. Hits the wall. Advances. Ebert to third. And Wilson delivers with a double. Strong hit. Now it's the pitcher, Kaylee Goss. It is her turn. She's a senior, a 255 hitter. Goss does have 5 home runs. She also has been walked 10 times. She's been hit by the pitch 4. That's something to take into account. So she's reached base 14 times out of 51 out bats by walk or hit by pitch. And Southern coming to life. Central meeting in the middle to discuss how they can stop this momentum. Take a deep breath, regroup. If you're Southern, you got to have a little smile on your face now. You're coming to life. The 2 pitchers, the 2 aces. Drury is 12-4 on the year, a 2.04 ERA with 2 saves. Over 1,400 pitches. Goss was swinging hard on the first one. 0-1. 1 out, bottom of the 4th, 6-0. Indians lead. Southern, 2 on. Runner on second, a runner on third. Scoring position. I think she'd aim for the corners on one of these. One, 2 count now. Both the aces for these 2 teams. Facing off. Another one. Little high and outside. Indian fans didn't like that. I thought it was the right call, though. 2-2 count. In a game of millimeters, it is hard to be correct 100% of the time, even if you're an umpire. The delivery. And she's back to the dugout after that swing. The 5th strikeout for Kate Drury.
Eagles, right fielder, number 33.
Larkin White is up. Only a 187 hitter. She does have 1 home run. She is a senior. Swings at the first one high. 0-1 count. If you're Southern and you come out of this with no runs, leaving 2 base runners on with the meat of your order, you've got to be highly discouraged. But if you can at least get 1 home, you've got to be feeling better that you have cut into the league. Umpire goes to the official for the call, and no swing. Eagles in the navy blue, orange trim. Central in the blue with red stockings. Fouled back on top of the press box. Model is the host school of this tournament, has done a great job keeping everything organized, especially with this weather. Just a tremendous round of applause to them. And that includes the foul ball retrievers. Everyone has a role to play. Foul back. Larkin White staying alive. And he's going to call her for swinging. But it goes in the dirt. And that will end the inning with 2 runners on. At the end of 4, it's still a 0-6 lead for Madison Central. Well, let's take a 1-minute commercial break, and we'll be right back with the rest of the 44th District Girls Championship game.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as WBON TV brings you the 44th District Girls Softball Championship game live from Eastern Kentucky University's Gertrude Hood Softball Field. And it has been Madison Central with the lead from the start. They are up 6-0 as we enter the top of the 5th over rival Madison Southern. It has been the errors by Madison Southern that have been their Achilles heel. Southern left 2 base runners on last inning. A chance to chip into that lead has gone by the wayside. And Central starts it off with a single by the pitcher, Kate Drury. Starts out with a single. And they are going, because she is the pitcher, you don't get her injured sliding. So Michaela Bickett is the senior that's going to pinch run. Lena Guerrera is up now. The center fielder. She is flied out. She has reached base on an error as well. And she flies out again. They almost get the runner at first. 1 down.
Now batting left fielder number 4, Kaylee Rice.
Kaylee Rice, the left fielder. She has singled and struck out so far in this contest. Again, it has been the errors, 4 errors, have at least led to 3, if not 4, unearned runs for Madison Central. They've had last inning, Central or Southern came to life. Going to advance the base runner with that. Bunt, maybe get her, got her. And that gets them out of the inning. And it was the Kaylee Bickett a little too nonchalant. And they're able to catch her at second to get out of the inning the second time in a row now that the Eagles, have been able to get Southern 3 and out. But can they get the sticks going? They were able to get a single and double last inning, but they've got to get runners across home plate. If you're Southern, you got to be a little enthusiastic. You had some hits last inning, and you've gotten Central 3 and out the last 2, including that nice pickoff at second. Beautiful evening for some work on the diamond. A little contest on the softball field, and of course the baseball game for the 44th District Tournament being played here on the campus of EKU as well. We have that covered with Michael Watkins on WBON TV's Facebook page. We've got you covered here for the girls softball on YouTube. It is 65 degrees currently, beautiful night. Winds blowing as high as 12 miles per hour. A little windy. It's died down from 15 miles per hour when we started this contest. Jenna Moore, who plays third base. She's a junior. Only a 167 hitter. Needs to come through now. And she does. She does. A single to start the 5th for the Eagles. It was a good stop by Molly Neely there at second. Almost rolled out to even make a play on the ball. Was very athletic by Neely. Tyree, she struck out her first time at bat. She's a 148 hitter, just a freshman. Going for the bunt to advance the base runner. And the error on the throw gets her on base and advances the base runner. And that is the third error by Madison Central as they try to regroup again, catch their breath. Central really coming to life this second half of the contest. But last inning, they left 2 base runners on in scoring position. They have to get runners to home plate. They have to get some numbers on the board, on the scoreboard. You start out with Ashlyn Estep. She had a single, advanced on an error. She also had a fly out. Super quick. And where she's a lefty, she can get to first base much faster. She can make some contact here. That one high. That would have only been in Goliath's strike zone because that ball was very high. Drury pitched a very good game. Very, very good game. She has 5 strikeouts. The delivery. Chopped away by Estep. JT Elliott on the call here. Thank you so much for joining us this evening wherever you are, whether you're watching at work, at home, whether you're out on the front porch with your phone, watching it in a swing or a rocking chair. We appreciate it very much. Estep being patient. Couple of pitches have not looked as crisp from Drury, who's, again, done just excellent. She has a shutout going on. She has 5 strikeouts. The last couple, not as crisp. That one's going to score 1. And she gets a double. Jenna Moore scores after her single, and they're on the scoreboard for the first time. Now a 6-1 contest. No outs. We are in the bottom of the 5th. Southern is the home team. Central is the away team. Do you make a change here if you're Randy Hall? I don't think so. Drury's played so well. She had over 1,400 pitches. Just a sophomore. 204 is her ERA. That will be an earned run because Jenna Moore had the single. They're going to keep Drury in. They believe in her. Will this be Southern's inning? They really need to have it.
Now batting for the Lady Eagles, shortstop number 23, Lily Kirk.
Kirk is up. She struck out and she's grounded out. Not in a double play situation. Don't have to worry about that. You can be patient at the plate, but she's going to swing and taking that deep. And it is over the fence for a dinger and a home run. And this thing just got much closer, friends. Now a 6-4 contest. Lily Kirk, the shortstop, took the high ball, and that wind that was blowing out left field carried it over. 6-4. And this game, as I said, just a few at-bats, has changed quickly. The momentum you can feel.
Batting pitcher number 17, Lexi Keener.
Still swinging Southern's way. Can they keep it? Can they keep it going after just that bomb of a hit? Lexi Keener, she has 10 dingers on the year. For Kirk, that was her third of the season. But the only mistake Drury's made, and like I mentioned, she's just not been as crisp. She's pitched excellent up until basically this inning. A little bit tired, a little bit of fatigue possibly. Randy Hall's already came out and talked to her once. Team surrounded her. They believe in her. Kat Ebert is up next. She's the sixth batter of the evening, or the inning. Jenna Moore led off the inning with a single. Maddie Tyree reached on a single, then an error advanced them. Ashley East stepped with a double. And then the home run by Lily Kirk over the left field wall. This was a 6-0 contest heading in to the bottom of the fifth, and now it is a 6-4 contest. Kat Ebert plays first base in the batter's box. High and inside, looks at the ball. Wind still blowing strong out left field, about 12 to 15 miles per hour. It's been steady most of the night, died down just briefly during the middle of the game. Besides that, it has been blowing. High and outside. She watches it go by. Officials going to clear the plate. Dust and debris. Thank you for joining us tonight on WBON TV for this 44th District Girls Softball game. Swings on that one. Swung hard, too. Wanted to go back-to-back home runs, maybe. But right now, just make contact. Just get on base. Only one down, 6-4. Mowed down, swinging on that one. And that will be Drury's 6th K of the evening. Allie Wilson, she's had a single and a double, so she is 2 for 2. Can she make it 3 for 3? Two down for the Eagles. Makes contact, but it is caught for the flyout, but the damage is done. Madison Southern has drawn blood and is in this contest. It is 6-4 as they put 4 runs on the scoreboard that inning. You're watching the girls 44th District Softball Championship on WBON TV. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
I love this card.
Oh, thanks.
Go Cardinals. It's in here.
Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new branded debit card from EKU Athletics' premier partner, CG Bank.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. JT Elliott on the call for the WBON TV's presentation of the 44th District Girls Softball Championship game. It had been all Madison Central 6-0 up until the bottom of the fifth, and it was Lily Kirk with a 3-run shot for the Eagles that helped cut the lead. It is now a 6-4 game. Momentum has swung to Southern's way. Top of the 6th inning. And it's Molly Cook, the catcher, who leads off the top of the 6th. 6-4 Tribe lead. Indians wearing the blue jerseys with the red stockings and batter's helmet. They are the away team. Madison Southern wearing the navy blue with the orange trim. They are the home team in this tournament. Toss a little outside on that one. We certainly appreciate you tuning in tonight on YouTube for this rivalry that is also a championship game. Southern advanced by defeating Berea 16-0. Central defeated Model 10-3. Who will have county bragging rights? We're going to find out shortly. And it has been 3 and out the last 2 innings for Madison Central after having much success the first 3 innings. But it was errors as well. A lot of earned, unearned runs in this contest. Especially the errors for Southern. The delivery. Lined out. That is now the 7th batter in a row. Or excuse me, the 8th batter in a row that the Eagles have gotten out. It's been since the middle of the 3rd inning since there was a hit. And it was actually by Miley Cook. Lexi McIntosh advanced on error in the middle of the 3rd. So it's been 3 full innings. She hits a high one that goes right out to center field for a fly out. Nine in a row for Madison Southern. Now Riel Parks, she's made contact every time. She's lined out, she had a triple, and she's grounded out. So every time she has put the bat on top of the ball. The delivery. Low and outside, 0-1. Live from Gertrude Hood Field on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University, 44th District Girls Softball Championship. Indians 6, Eagles 4. Popped up. And it's another 3 up, 3 down. 3 up and 3 down for Madison Central. Momentum is on Southern's side. Can they keep it going? We're going to find out as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. That's just really, folks, amazing that that has been now 10 banners in a row. Goss has gotten out. What the hell? All of those, none of those strikeouts. All those are either a fly out or a grounder. Drury stepping up to the mound to stay loose. Pitched really good up until that last inning. Few of those pitches a little away, not as sharp, not as crisp, and of course she gave up that home run, which was actually just a high pitch that Kirk took yard. Don't know if that one got away from Drury or not, but it was higher than usual. And it will be Kaylee Goss leading off.
Eagles pitcher number 51, Kaylee Goss.
The battle of the pitchers. And she has a big swing. She was cutting. Goss is a senior. She has 5 home runs. Inside on the first one, watches it go by. Goss, of course, has reached base on walks or hit by pitch 14 times total. Not pretending to show bunt. She swings at that one. Will it drop? It goes foul. Close to that line, but it's on the right side and not the left. It is foul. Goss steps back in the batter's box. Drury on the mound. Wind up in the delivery. Another one fouled away. Goss a little behind on the swing. Drury threw fast on that one. Be interesting if she throws some heat again. Does she feel confident enough against a big hitter? Seemed like it in the last one. And she does this time on the inside. Drury feels like she can strike her out. Now she's gone back to back on the inside. Will she go out? Try to get her to reach. Since Goss has been a swinger, she has struck out twice. Of those 6 strikeouts, she is a third of them. She has 2 of them. What you would expect outside, trying to get her to chase. Now will she go back inside and throwing that speed that she has? The delivery. And she gets her for the 3rd time. A strikeout of Kaylee Goss by Kate Drury. Larkin White steps up. She has a strikeout as well.
Now batting right fielder number 33, Larkin White.
First one's inside. Very close to making contact on that one with the batter. 0-1. Drury, of course, looking a little bit more sharp now, looking like herself after that inning. A little off last inning, looks like her old self now. Fouled back. 0-2 now. She's in a hole, is Larkin White. I think Drury's going to throw for the strikeout again. I don't think you'll see anything high after she gave that high ball to Kirk that went yard. But low and down the middle. It was down the middle, but fouled back. Hitting the press box. The press box has had a bullseye on it tonight. Official asking for the ball to be thrown back over. Fans making the wise decision, though, and going to the side instead of trying to throw it over the protective netting. Good crowd here tonight for this 44th District Championship game. Who will be the Queens of the Diamond in Madison County? We are going to find out. Beautiful weather tonight after we've had just torrential rain, and of course, our prayers and our support goes to those in Pulaski County and Laurel County. Right back to Drury, and she snags it for the line out. And that was low, too. You have to be athletic to respond that quick to something that low.
Bat, third baseman, number 6, Jenna Moore.
Jenna Moore. Moore stepping up. The junior. Only a 167 hitter. Fouls it away. She struck out 18 times at a 36 at bats. So half the time she's at bat, she strikes out. But she makes contact that time, but it's going to be a ground out. And after 6, it's a 6-4 lead, 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back in 1 minute on WBON TV.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Welcome back, softball fans. It is the top of the 7th inning in the 44th District Softball Championship, live from the campus of EKU at Gertrude Hood Field. Beautiful night in the Commonwealth, mid-60s, light breeze, and it was a game that early on was all Madison Central due to errors by the Eagles. They were up 6-0 until the 5th inning. And now it is a 6-4 game. Both teams went 3 up and 3 out in the 6th. It's the top of the 7th. And Molly Neely is up. She's reached on a single, a double, and then she's grounded out. So she has made contact all 3 times she's been at the plate. Kaylee Goss still pitching for the Eagles. She struck out 3. 9 out of the last 10, they have gotten out. There's been 1 single on the 9 of the last 10 batters. There was a double play that ended that single, or voided it, I should say. Goss with the pitch. Contact made, but it's going wide and falls foul. So the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. So the heart of your order. Typically your speedsters and then your heavy hitters. And someone like Neely, she just needs to make contact because she already has an extra yard to her advantage by being a lefty on getting to first base. Wind still blowing out left field. We saw the Kirk take 1 yard out that way. The grounder gets by. And she reaches on that single.
Devin Stewart.
Devin Stewart comes up, the DP, the designated player. 3 home runs. This is not it's a very accurate hitting team, but not a power hitting team in the Lady Indians. Stewart leads the way with 3 home runs for them. Delivery. Line to left field. Back-to-back singles. Both in the exact same spot, basically, over to that left field side. One was the third, one goes to left field. So after 9 out of the last 10 have gone down back-to-back singles for the Tribe. Trying to advance the base runners is Brooklyn Gilbo, a cleanup hitter. Runners on first and second, no outs, top of the 7th for Madison Central. The senior wanting to end her career with another championship, which would be 4 championships her whole high school career. Grounds out to first, but gets the job done. Runners in scoring position, runners plural with an S. 1 on second, 1 on third. Gilbo does what she's supposed to. And the pitcher, Kate Drury. She's up. She has 2 singles and a strikeout. So 2 for 3. Drury, the sophomore. Pitch, swings at the first one. Fouls it back. 0-1. This crowd is filled in more and more here at Gertrude Hood Field, home of the Colonels. Softball team won their division this year. Didn't win the conference, but won their division. Shows bunt. And a little bit of a pickle now. Very close, but it gets the runner home. Molly Neely scores to make this a 7-4 game. Close, a very close call at second. Almost ended it, but then again, this is a championship game. You take risk in these types of games, especially a rivalry game. And Keener are going to come out and talk to Goss now. Rally the troops. Randy Hall talking to the umpire, trying to get them to hurry up Madison Southern. Back to the action we go. 7-4. 2 outs. A runner on second. That would be Devin Stewart, the designated player, on second. It was a 6-0 game until the 5th inning. Southern cut it to 6-4. It's now 7-4, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Contact made. And that will end the inning. 7-4 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. For Madison Southern, it'll be their 9-hitter, Maddie Tyree. Then the top of the order, Ashlyn Estep and Lily Kirk, who hit that home run earlier. Thank you for tuning in tonight on WBON TV. I am JT Elliott. I am so grateful to be on the call. There are certain sports I really love, and softball is one of them. Several years, I was the public address announcer here at EKU, especially during one of the championship runs with Zoe Mahalis and Molly Pollock, Carly Robinson. The last year that the Colonels were in the Ohio Valley Conference, winning that championship was something special. But tonight, it's all about these high school student athletes. 44th District, always fun because of the 4 county schools, or 4 schools in the county. Model and Berea, Madison Southern, and Madison Central. And it is Maddie Tyree, the designated player, stepping up for the top of the bottom of the 7th. Tyree. Infield playing in. Can she pop one over? She tries the bunt, but cannot make contact, gets the strike called. She is a freshman, 148. She has speed, though. If she gets on base, she has 11 stolen bases. Will it drop? Will it drop? It's high. Ooh, but it is caught. Very, very high fly out, but it finds its way in to the mitt of Molly Neely. 1 down, top of the order now for Southern. Ashlyn Estep. In the first, she had a fly out. In the third, she had a single, and then a double in the 5th. All 3 times she made contact. That's something to keep in mind. She's a speedster, shows the bunt, but pulls back. She's also a lefty. She can get to first base really quick, quicker than a right-handed batter. Central anticipating that bunt. All players coming in with the pitch release. Called strike. Drury steps to the mound. E-step. In the batter's box. The delivery. Hit, but it is going to drop in to Kaylee Rice is met. 2 down. 2 flyouts. Madison Central feeling it right now, but this game is not over, and it is Lily Kirk. Struck out on the first. She had a ground out in the third, and then a 3-run shot over the left field wall with that home run in the 5th. First one's low and outside. One 1-0 pitch is on its way. And it goes across the plate. 1-1 now. Popped up. And out. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Madison Central Lady Indians are your 2025 44th District girls softball champions by the score of 7-4 over Madison Southern. We'll come back with post-game analysis in 3 minutes. You're watching the 44th District Girls Championship softball game on WBON TV.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the 44th District Championship postgame show. Madison Central keeps the trophy for the 4th year in a row with a 7-4 victory over rival Madison Southern. So we look at the game analysis. Let's look at the pros for the runner-up Southern first. Lily Kirk with that three-run shot over the left field wall in the 5th to bring this thing back to being close after it got out of hand early. Also thought Ashlyn Eastep, Jenna Moore, and Lexi Kenner played well. Allie Wilson played really well, I thought, tonight in the field and from behind the plate in the batter's box. For Madison Central, Riel Parks and Molly Neely went 4 for 8. They hit 500, but the point is they made contact 100% of the time. But Kate Drury other than one inning where she just wasn't as crisp, she pitched absolutely excellent for Madison Central with 6 strikeouts. That is 2 complete innings of strikeouts in a 7-inning game. About a 25-30% of those players she struck out. So other than one bad inning, she played absolutely fantastic on the mound. Giving out all the awards now for the all-tournament team. Again, let's recap how we got here. Southern defeated Berea 16-0. Madison Central defeated Model 10-3 in the semifinal contest. Now, Southern Central, no matter who won or lost this game, will go on to the 11th region tournament. But Central will be considered home team, and Southern will be considered an away team in that. So the champion faces a runner-up from an opposing district, and vice versa. As all-tournament team is being called right now, we'll stick with it to recognize those student athletes. Madison County, of course, a county that really supports their student athletes, coinciding with Eastern Kentucky University using this beautiful facility. Gertrude Hood Field is a great facility. Region will be here as well. Model was the whole school this year, and they've done a great job, especially with so much inclement weather over this week. And again, we want to support and offer our prayers to those affected by the tornadoes in London, Laurel County, and Somerset, Pulaski County. We definitely have thoughts and prayers for those. Some of those kids are not even getting to complete their school year, and this is the time of year where a lot of fun activities are occurring. Molly Neely is your MVP of the tournament. Played absolutely fantastic. One of the players we've mentioned always made contact. And Neely, of course, the second baseman for Madison Central. Madison Southern comes out to receive the runner-up trophy. They will go on to the region tournament. My name is JT Elliott. I'm so grateful that you joined us tonight. We're going to stick with it one more minute so we can see the celebration for Madison Central as they have this hard